Hello again, everyone. Well, having done a little stamping the other day with the chickens from Penny Black, I thought I would do another bit of stamping. I have so many in my craft room. Couldn't bear to part with them, but I haven't used them, and I just think I need to revisit. So this is the one that was looking at me this morning. It's called Flat Out. It's how I feel like sometimes. So I thought I'd just do a quick sentiment on the computer, a stamp, colour in, and a few tips along the way. Had a problem with the printer this morning. It just wasn't printing bits and pieces, and it didn't look on the display as though the ink was all run out, but I changed one of the cartridges and it's fine. So there we go. So what I want to do now is to merely stamp him onto this card front. I cut this with a not with that one, with this one. It's one of my Craft Addiction nesting dies, and it just fits a quarter of A4 as a panel. This is a half sheet of A4 folded, and this is the panel that came from this die. Being this awesome is exhausting, is what what I fancied having for this little teddy being flat out. So what I propose doing is this: stamping him onto here, colouring him with some of these markers, put a little bit of grounding, and to do that I want to put some behind him. So I'm going to have stamped on some masking paper. That's this stuff, stamp mask paper, just simply stamped on here and cut him out. I can peel off the backing and then he will adhere to my card base. So first thing I'm going to do is to stamp him. He's nice and clean. Made sure the stamp was in reasonable condition after the escapade the other day. Looks pretty good. Love it. I love these images. Absolutely love them. And I thought I would have it just slightly off centre. Just about here, I think. There he is. Sweet. I think I'm going to emboss him with clear embossing powder. Let's just do this. This will just ensure that none of the alcohol marker smears the line. It seals it, it gives it a nice shine, and it also helps when you're trying to keep inside your lines. So I'm just going to heat set that. Sweet, isn't he? So the colours I've chosen, I've got a grey for, and I'll come up to that one in a minute. This one, the YR3, I want to give him rosy cheeks. I know teddies don't have rosy cheeks, but you know. I've got Y180, Y9 and YR2. Marigold, yellow ochre. Let's put a pair of glasses on. I've got about 5 pairs up here. Let's just see. Is that what it says? Shallow Orange Cafe. Well, there you go. Wonderful. Right, I'm going to start with the Y9. Just going to put a little bit of, it's the darkest colour, bit of shadow. I always imagine that the light source is coming from the right-hand side. I always used to have my angle light coming from that side. So the shadow would always be on the left So that's where I tend to put it. And I think, you know, there is kind of no right or wrong, as I was saying the other day, about whether you start with the deepest colour or whether you start with the lightest. Some card, it depends on the card, on the markers, on you, all sorts. Some card just doesn't lend itself to alcohol marker blending. I remember once I bought some. It was very flat, quite a heavyweight card, but the alcohol markers just soaked in, and when I came to put a second colour to try and blend, they just wouldn't blend at all. So, you know, it does depend on lots of different things. I used to use that card for, you know, distress ones with a blending brush or a sponge dauber or whatever. So, you know, just have to go with what you've got and find out what works best for you and for your equipment. So now just put some little bits, and, you know, not straight lines, just, you know, he's a teddy after all, he's going to be furry, isn't he? So that's the deepest colour. I think this is the next one, Y180. Show you the colours on here I've chosen. There's Y180 is that one. That's this one here. YR2 is that one there, which is just slightly lighter. This YR3 is the one that I chose for, it's up there. That's for the cheeks. Orange, it's called. And this one, Y9, yellow ochre, is there, the deepest one. So I've got YR2, Y180, and Y9. This hex chart you can buy to download from art-classes.com. I think it's $5.99. I don't know whether that, I can't remember if that's dollars or pounds, but it comes with one ready coloured chart and one that is clear, and I've coloured that in myself. I had to leave a little gap around the numbers because some of the colours were so deep they obscured the numbers. So this one, you know, it's put together ones kind of together that go together. So it gives you a good opportunity to see what you'd like to do. And sometimes when you put it on your card, if it's a slightly different card from the card you've printed on, it will come out slightly differently. So that's another thing to bear in mind. I tried to print this and colour it onto the card that I often use for my card bases, fronts and everything else. Okay, so there we go. Right, now, after all that, where are we? Middle colour, Y180. Okay, put a bit of this on. I'm going to do this, the colour for his cheeks, so say, and then I can go over them with something else to take it down. And the last one is YR2, Marigold, I believe. I think I'm doing this right. Had a brief hiatus then. Phil was going to go out and he shouted up to me, and then one thing and another. Anyway, here we are. I'm going to go back with the deepest colour just one more time, which I think is Y9, just to accent some of these shadows. And I'm just going to go over again, just over the joins, just a tiny bit. I want the lightest one actually, which is this one. Oh, just take a bit of that colour away. Okay. Right, now I'm going to do the grounding. Because at the minute he looks he looks like he's in free fall. Oh dear. So I've got some hickory smoke, and this is an old stamp I've had for a very long time. It's from Affiliations. Sherry did lots of, as she's still doing, I haven't had a look recently, but lots and lots of, you know, mixed media-y type ones. I want to stamp this, but if I stamp it in the position I want, he's going to get covered. So what I'm going to do is to cover him up with my little masking sheet. Just take the backing off. If you don't have masking paper, you can use post-it notes. Try and use a bit that's got the sticky stuff on it. You can actually get post-it notes that the majority of it is a sticky part with just a little bit at the bottom that's not. So, you know, there we go. Right, that's just going to protect the little bear while I stamp the grounding over him. And it's going to go kind of about there. Okay. So when we look at him, we'll take this off now. And he's got no spots all over him. He's just got a little bit of grounding around. Now my grey, I'm just going to use, this is the very, very palest grey that I've got. And I'm just going to go just outside the line. And that, as they say, is that. Clean and simple. I'm going to pop this onto foam tape. Those of you been noticing, I've just put my watch back on. I'm back to Snoopy. I thought we'd have a bit of Snoopy on there. So there we go. One clean and simple, rather quick, but very cute little card. Being this awesome is exhausting. I think I better go and have a lie down. Thanks for watching. Come and see me again soon.